Hey folks, I'm Roman the Demon Warship Andromeda Ascendant. Who else would I be? Welcome back to my channel and to another episode, a feature-length episode of Tip to Toe. In this one we're going to be waving bye-bye to the Platinum Blonde. I know it's not been here for long, you've only seen it in a few videos and a few posts. I look really messy right now, it's almost to get ready with me actually, except for it's not. And we're going to be transforming the Platinum Blonde into a punk purple. With this one you can actually use it as a bright colour or a pastel. There's kind of like a serum powder in there that turns it into a pastel, but it's not a permanent colour anyway, so as it washes out it kind of pastelises itself, and we all know that I like really bright neon colours, so we're not going to be pastelising it, we're going to be leaving it as bright as it is. I'm not going to be showing you the entire process of the dyeing, but I will show you bits in between. I have been asked to also do before and after, but you know, this is kind of before, you can see it, but there's going to be before and after pics as well. And then there's going to be a kind of purple aquamarine theme makeup look to go with it. Now, some people have been saying to me recently, because I did recently re-bleach the hair, and they're like, oh yes, it's platinum blonde, stay there, or, you know, don't dye it just yet. And my stylist, one of my stylists is going to be kind of going, no, don't do it yet, wait. But the thing is, I've actually had this platinum blonde for several months now, and I'm bored. The only reason why I re-bleached it a couple of days ago is because I had about an inch, maybe 2 inches of roots coming through, and before I add colour, it needed to all match so that it's all the same flowing colour going through. Well, sort of like slightly different tones going through, but not, you know, really obviously one lump, one colour, and then the rest a different colour. So this shirt has been with me for months, and as you can see, it's getting tattered and dye all over it and stuff. So I really used to like it, and it does glow in the dark and everything, but recently it kind of turned into a more of a hair dye thing. But considering I got to get rid of the face fuzz, do the hair shower and all kinds of things, that was kind of irrelevant to mention really, because it's all gonna be coming off. Yeah, a couple of V-lines and stuff under there, but hey ho. So yeah, right, we're gonna move on to the steps. And no, unlike most of my videos, you have not seen the finished look at the beginning. This is the beginning. I'm not giving away any secrets at all. You're going to be seeing it all the way through. And I might show you the hair before I continue on with the makeup, but then again I might just throw it in a recap and be like, haha, you gotta wait till the end. You know, why spoil it? Why, you know, you can go through the process and then be like, ta-da, finished look. So yeah, I'm not doing the finished look first this time, I'm doing the finished look after. So stay tuned, we're gonna go get ready, and we're gonna go throw on the dye and do the body and stuff, and then we're gonna come back once it's dyed and do the makeup look to go with it. Also, in a future video, I'm hoping it's going to be directly after this one, Lord Birkin, the gorgeous fiancé, the alphabet, is also going to be having a full transformation. Already gorgeous emo, but we're just kind of going to emphasize that. It's going to be deep black hair, raise it out to look like really messy and emo and stuff, and a makeup look to complement it, maybe Andy Bears, that kind of style, that kind of thing going on. So that's hopefully going to be the episode after this one. He's been nagging me for weeks about my hair needs redying, it needs recutting, do the makeup you used to do for me months ago. And I've been like, we can do it. No, I don't want to do it today. We can do it today. No, I don't want it today. And I've actually ordered today. I can do it without, but I wanted it to add to my collection, which is the hair razor. So now I literally have everything, and he ain't getting out of it. So hopefully after this episode, it's going to be his turn as well. Anyway, moving on with this episode. Time to go get the hair punk purple, and I shall see you all on the flip side. Adios. Hey folks, so I'm back. Preparation work has been done. We have been in the shower. Our hair is nice and shampooed and wet. Face fuzz all gone. I've thrown this back on because, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, it has now been relegated to a hair dyeing shirt, sadly. But yes, I thought I'd quickly pop back before I continue with the process, just to basically let you know a couple of things. One, I've washed my hair but haven't used conditioner. Do not use conditioner if you're going to dye your hair, because it creates a barrier. The dye won't take as much, especially if you're trying to bleach your hair. You're literally coating it and basically blocking any colour from getting into the hair. So don't use conditioner. But also, some people who dye the hair often get basically dye all over the face. And one thing that you can do to kind of prevent that or stop that is if you've got petroleum jelly or anything kind of waxy or glossy, something that you could use, even gloss hair serum, baby oil, anything like that, just to basically put on your forehead and all the way around where you don't want to get it. And then if any happens to fall into that, then you can just basically wipe it straight off. But if you don't have any of those and you do happen to get hair dye pretty much everywhere, several things can take it away. Makeup wipes, the makeup solution, makeup remover solution that I have is still in the bathroom at the moment. I'll show you later when we're doing the look. Or actually, one of the things, if you haven't got any dye remover, is basically to also use nail varnish remover. That actually works as well. A little bit on a pad, wipe it off, boom, there you go. If you haven't got any of those stuff, simple, you know, soap and water will do. It'll eventually come off, don't worry about it. But if you want it to quickly come off, first of all, try not to get it on there by coating it first. Second of all, yeah, the makeup remover stuff does take it off as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and actually dye my hair. I'll come back when it's on, show you what it looks like in the period whilst it's on there. Then we'll wait, then we will come back and show you the finished look. Or will we? Because we still have makeup to apply to, so maybe we'll show you the entire finished look once it's all done. I'm going to keep teasing you until we actually get there. But yeah, now is to, I was grabbing the gloss instead of the mouse. Now we're going to go and put the purple on, and yeah, I shall see you in a moment. Bye bye. Hey folks, so I'm back. The purple is on. I slight misinformation at the beginning. I said that there was a serum in the box to turn it pastel. Actually, with this one, it doesn't work that way. A different brand works that way. Had to add something to it to pastelize it. This one is already kind of pastel, but it works in two ways. You can leave this particular one anywhere between 2 and 15 minutes, because like I said, it's a semi-permanent anyway. The less time you leave it, the more faded kind of mixes with the blonde neon kind of pastel look you get. The longer you leave it, the deeper and more vibrant and more kind of like that as a result as you're going to get in the end. Also, as I mentioned in the beginning, with, you know, if you do manage to get hair dye everywhere, I basically used my hands and went everywhere. I know you're supposed to use a brush, but I'm talented, I can do it without, I know where I'm going. See, everywhere is literally covered. You can't see the back at the moment. Did make one fuck up. I completely forgot to take a before picture, so I'm going to have to nab it from the footage, even though you already saw it in the video, so it's fine. But yes, as I was mentioning, basically you can use all kind of things to get rid of it. Tiny little pad, and I have this, you've probably seen me use it in my makeup videos before, Micellar Air makeup remover. There's actually two different things that if you look very closely, there's kind of like an oily thing that's on top of the liquid. You have to shake it up to get it ready. But I also have somewhere, which isn't here, I thought it was right next to me, it's not, it's over there, the makeup wipes, which is basically the same stuff. All you need, tiny little bit on the cotton and then just wipe it off. Makeup remover works. One of the better things to work with it is nail varnish remover, and you can also get the specific stuff for hair dye removing stuff as well, which would work. But basically, a little bit on a pad and you should be able to take it straight off. I'm not going to do too much in the camera because it's reversed the other way around. But as you can see, basically comes straight off. So there you go. So I'm going to go take the rest of that off. My hair, even though it's naturally fine, kind of a blondie, sort of like fine hair anyway, usually you would think that would take less to dye, but for some reason my hair doesn't like taking dye very well. So I'm actually going to leave this on for longer than 15 minutes. I'm going to leave it on for a typical standard hair dye, about 30 minutes. The other half that I will probably do later, Italian hair, really thick, does not like hair dye at all, you know, standard hair dye, permanent, leave it on 30-45 minutes, give or take. His will probably be more like an hour to stay on there, so yeah. You would expect mine to be less time, but I'm going to basically try and make this as vibrant and deep purple as possible. So I'm going to leave it on for as long as possible. So we're going to sit here now and wait for the little clock to go all the way around to show you the finished look, but we're not actually going to be... I'm still teasing you about that one. Will I show you the finished look, or will I do the makeup process first? Tease. So, time for me to wait, and I shall catch you all later on. Okay, so here's the, not revealing the hair yet. You can see a little bit of the purple, but we're not showing you the full completed style until we've done the makeup. So here we are. Face has already been done with the primer, which I've thrown back in the makeup box, and I've now got makeup already over my hand. The infallible mattifying base, we've already done that, off the camera. So now we're going to go straight in with the foundation, and don't forget this is going to be the purple Aqua Marine kind of complement to the hair, and hopefully it will make a lot of sense when you see the hair as well, because I'm kind of making this shit up as I go along. I actually had an idea to do an aquamarine theme, and I was going to use sort of like blues and greens, but then looking through my case, I do have some greens actually, but I wasn't fully convinced. But since we've gone with the punk purple for the hair, which you can see a little bit of and you'll see more when it's revealed and styled, I kind of thought, well, I do like purple and black, as you all know, so I thought, I can do the aquamarine theme and use blue and purples instead. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm just going to get the base did. The only thing about this now is, when I had the platinum blonde, during the blending process with the foundation, I could slightly go up into the hairline and you wouldn't really notice, whereas with this one it's going to be, you know, you'll definitely notice. So I have to be a little bit more careful and attention to detail with this, so I don't get it all in the hairline. Although she has a very long fringe, so you still probably won't see it. So, clean beauty blender, let's load her up and start blending. You've already seen me do base layers, so we're going to speed through this and then we'll get to work on the eyes. See you in a second. Okay, so base layer done. We're going to now do the contour and highlight. I'm going to speed through that again as well because you've already seen me do that. Then we get to work on the eyebrows and the eyes. Oops, a little bit missed there. And mirror image camera there. So yeah, we'll get to work on the brows and eyes. Now usually you would see me sort of like gel my brows and then working with them dark. I already have sort of dark eyebrows, but with this particular look that we're going to do, I'm going to be using the blue and purple in the eyebrow as well and kind of ombre through. But so first we're going to continue with the base, and I am going to use the white base for the highlighter as well. Just because the particular colours I'm using, the light blues leading into the dark purples, will need a lighter base than the last, well, one of the last looks that I did. So let's get into it. I'm going to speed through this because you've already seen it, and then we'll get busy. Beauty blender time. Speedy! Okay, so that layer is done. We've got the contour and highlight in place. Now we're going to do the eyebrows. We're going to lock them down with the gel. As you already know, I like to do this at both stages, the before and after. I just think that once the gel has set, especially in this particular circumstance, makes it a little bit easier to fill in and draw, ultimately. But I'm not going to be using the pencil or anything with this one. I'm going to be, as I think I already mentioned, and if I didn't, here it is, I'm going to be creating an ombre effect with the colours that I'm going to be using for the eyes. So, once I've done this, I can actually let it set, and then focus on the eyes and come back to the brows later. Quiet in the audience, please. Now, after editing, this is actually going to be zoomed on my face, as you can see, but just a little bit off camera. Currently on camera is Lord Birkin herself, the alpha pet. So yeah, the noises you can hear, which I can't edit out. Well, I can actually, I can mute the audio at that point, but I'm not going to. Is the other half in the background who's going to be appearing in an episode after this one, getting hair snipped and everything. So, just sat at the camera going, no, I'm not. And then, yes, you fucking are. You've nagged me for weeks about your hair being dyed and cut. It's going to happen. And you also did say about having your pretty face done like it was when we first met. So, you having it done. Now I get it, this in the background. Yeah, okay. Okie dokie, so. Brows are setting. Let's focus on the eyes. And I still haven't yet ordered the decent shadow shields that I want. We're going to be working with these. I know I've just done all this, but I'll probably have to do it again. But there's a reason why this time I've used the lighter one. One, because I'm going to be doing the cut crease, so I need a lighter base here for the lighter blues. But also, since we're doing an Aqua Marine theme, I actually got them out of a Halloween kit, but there's a stencil over there which has got kind of like the fish scales, so around this area and the cheekbones later we are going to be doing fish scales as well, and I might even do a little bit here. I was thinking about doing it perhaps down the nose, darker here and lighter here, but we'll see. For now we're going to move on to the eyes, and because I am creating a cut crease with some wings, we are going to be using these shadow shields, so I'll probably have to do little touch-ups around here later, but for now let's get them in place. There's one. Think. And there is another one. My eyes are definitely not symmetrical, where you would think if you simply matched them up it would work. It don't. Which is quite weird because I used to have quite the symmetry, but now it's more asymmetrical. See, a lot of people think that asymmetrical means, oh, your face has symmetry. No, asymmetrical means lack of symmetry. It's a very misleading phrase. Okay, so all my brushes are on here and clean. I'm just going to clean a couple of these items that we don't need anymore. The foundation. I'm going to leave that out because I might actually need it to go back over the highlight area. And now we need to get our beautiful James Charles palette. Oh, actually there was one thing we forgot to do, but I'll do it later. Which was to set the foundation, but because I've got to faff about with this later, I'm only going to set it later. But right now, I'm going to have a little slip of my coffee. Actually, it's tea, but Another reason why the white stuff is on standby is, again, like I said, to create the crease later. So for now, we need to work on the deep colours, going deeper, deeper, deeper. So we will grab I've actually got a fuller pack in there as well. I'm going to get a Morphe 413 brush, and we're going to go in with the lightest of the purples, or shall I use a pink? So we are going blues to deepest. So I'm going to actually use Skip first, because we're going to use light colours inside, and then we're going to go sort of like light blue up to pink, and then we're going to go pink up to purple. So in with Skip first, which is ironic because, like I said, we'll be using that in the end. Time to dig out see, better mirror that I can actually see in. And at this point it doesn't matter about the crease being too big, because like I said, we're going to carve it out again later. So I'm going to do the side that I'm comfortable with, which is here. Oh, you're about to see nakedness past the camera, I think. There she blows! Well, there I did anyway.
Oh dear.
Get that crease in there, girl. Now you know that I have to follow my crease a little bit high because of what? Hooded eyes, yes. So I'm drawing it in first. I could have literally just slapped this on, actually. It wouldn't really make much difference. But I'm trying to be as dainty as possible so I don't have to do too much cutting later. Take it down to there, so we've got our art going. And then we can squint a little bit and take it all the way out to there as well. There we go. And I also have, which I haven't been, I was going to say I haven't been able to use, more like I haven't wanted to use, but I do also have a purple eyeliner, which I might use for this. Might set it off quite nice, do you think? Okay, so we've got the basic crease in there now. And I'm going to basically layer on top, on top, on top, on top as we get deeper going in. Same on the other side, back in 2 seconds. Okay, before we move in with the deeper colour, one thing that I forgot to do was to actually bring it also in there into the outer V, because we are joining them up eventually. The rough lines on the inside, like I said, don't matter at the moment. And she's coming back again. See, I knew I'd get her in an episode. Aww. Anybody think she actually cares?
I do like that palette.
Which one? That one?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not using that one. She likes this one. One of my originals. It was the Revolution something. I don't know the actual... the label's gone off it. Revolution's Ultra Professional Eyeshadow. Eyes Like Angels. Oh! Actually, it was a really good palette. It's very shimmery and very shiny. You've probably seen videos or live shows of me doing colours with that. Looked with those colours a little while ago. That shadow shield is actually a little bit too high now. Oh. Okay, on to next colour, slightly deeper, which is, can't remember. Love that. Of course you do. We all love that. Tap it off. From about, well, we just got a giggle from the audience.
It wasn't a giggle, it was a shiver actually.
Somebody walked to love your grave, love.
That's what people normally say, but that's what happened, yeah.
So from about halfway, and basically go over absolutely everything, but don't take it in here. We're leaving that, the light pink. Because we're going for a somewhat, you can go in a little bit when there's like next to nothing on the brush, because we are going for that blended ombre effect if we can get it. I should have probably gone in a little bit further with the pink on the eyelid, but that's fine. Same on the other side, back in a moment. And we're back again. Deepened up. Next colour we're going to go in with is, ooh, something that I'd like to do quite often, Escape. This is going to be the final deep colour, which is more of a dark blue than a purple, but I think it's going to work pretty good. But this one's just going to focus on the outer V. So I'd say just where the corner of the arch of the brow, maybe, and just literally in that corner in the V shape. Maybe take it a little bit further out once there's almost nothing left on the brush. Take it up to where the brow starts to point here, because we don't want to go over what we've just done too much. Same again on the other side. The side that I tend to like is the one that's actually the messiest of the two at the moment. This one's actually behaving itself, which is usually the side that doesn't, which is weird. You can actually see a lot here, but that's just fallout on the shadow shield. It's not actually on the eye, she says and hopes. So inside is, no, not inside. Outside is done. Now I need a tiny little detailing brush, which is in a different pack. Actually, there's probably one of them in the James Charles palette, but I'm not looking for that. I know where I have a specific one that I want. I'm going to close the palette for the moment. There's a gorgeous brush in here that I love. It actually gets what I want done. In fact, there's two brushes in here that I love. These are actually from a very old cheap kit that I once bought. But sometimes cheap is good. It's the rounded brush that I want, yes. So, it's Studio Brush. No idea. I lost the pack a long time ago, but if you've seen them, you know which ones they are. So, we're going to get the white that we were using earlier, and a little bit of it on this brush. And then we're going to cut out the crease. And throw it everywhere. Bloopers! So get it on the brush, and now we're going to literally cut out the crease, which is so easy. You don't need to show me how to do it. You don't need to show me. You don't need me to show you. God, go back to sleep, Romy. Just basically follow the shape that you've already done, but all you're doing really is tidying it up. That's all. And then fill it all in. And it also gives us a decent base for when we start the colours. Now I'm not going to take it all the way to there. What I'm going to do is with what's left, take it to about there, and then what's left I'm just going to blend in with my finger. This one's a little bit, nails a little bit long, so I'm going to actually use a smaller finger. They do say to use your middle finger because it's the warmest one and will help to set it quicker. But as you can see, there's a nail, so it's actually transferring it to the lid, which is what we don't want, but we can go over that again if we have to. So now that that's on, grab a big fluffy Morphe M441 brush, and we're going to get some white, which in this one is called Flashback. Okay, Morphe M441, grab some Flashback, and then basically just seal it before you get those creases in there. So dab it on, just to seal it, and then rub it in. Even if some transfer over the top, it doesn't matter, we can fix that later. The important thing is to seal that. I've noticed a little bit of purple has dragged from the top, but that's okay because it's good. Right, so that's sealed. We're going to do the same to the other side, and we shall be right back. Okay, so we're back. We had a minus Cortus Interruptus with a certain twiglet, who shall remain nameless. Oh wait, no we didn't. Off camera, I just did the same on this side. Basically, cut out the crease and went over it, sealing it with flashback, which is a white colour in this palette. Now we're going to focus on the inner part of the crease, and we're going to go in with the lightest shade of blue. And there's actually some white powder on here, what I was using earlier. Actually, it's from flashback. So the brightest blue in this one is called Playground. Yay! And we're going to do that in the very inner corner of the eye. Focus. I hate the camera sometimes when it doesn't even want to focus. If I show it in my eyes, it might want to. And there we go, back in focus. Okay, so very inner corner of the eye with the light blue. With the playground one. I'd say about a third of the way. And that's Inky Stinky Binky wanting to be the star of the show like he always does. You loud little motherfucker. I did say be louder. And yes, Judith, if you happen to be watching this, he is still alive and kicking and very much as loud as ever. Loud as ever. Mrs. Chicken is not stealing your food, she's nowhere near you. Oh, are you singing? What's the song called? You hum it, I'll sing the lyrics. Okay. Is it? Is that the second version? Happy? Good. Same on the other side. In a corner, about a third of the way. And as you do, you want to angle it slightly because when we get to this part, it'll blend in better as well. So, about a third of the way on the eyelid, and then at the top, about half maybe. So bring it's like a tail at the top. So next colour we're going to go in with is a slightly darker blue, which on this one is called Brother, which is ironic because his brother's just been round. So in with the darker one, and this one we're going to focus on the middle area. You can blend it into the one you've just used as well, a little bit, but sweeping away from it. Same on the other side. She's back, everybody. You're not the star of this show. No. You are not. Hello. Hello. No, you can't sit on my knee. There's makeup. No, you can't. Go away. You can't?
What does he want?
Attention, as usual. Okay, moving with a slightly different darker blue, which is, believe it or not, called Cola. When Cola used to be green. So why they've got blue for Cola? Ask James Charles. I know, exactly. And do that on the last third of the eye. Again, you can blend it into the previous colour, but sweeping away into as a crease. Exactly. If you want to, you can take it over the top just to blend in that crease a little bit. There. Just to get that edge. Smooth down. Same again, other side, Cola.
to third. Blending from the previous colour into that corner. And then using it to clean up the crease by going back in. All the way over.
Okay, so before we remove the shadow shields, I'm going to use the colours that we used earlier, which I can't remember what they are. Actually, yes I can. Pink on the inside. We're just going to do the under eye. So all the way from the inner corner all the way out. Across. Same on the other side. Inner corner all the way across. Deeper colour, which was the Love That, from about halfway, more or less. And we'll probably have to touch this particular one up because the shadow shield is slightly higher. Same on the other side, about halfway, and then all the way across. And then finally with the darker purple, just to match up the corners and take it to about a third of the way under. Same there, fill in those gaps if there are any, about a third of the way under. Now, hopefully we can pray, which we don't, take these off. There you go, pretty defined wing. Like I said, a little bit to touch up. Tiny mirror, check a little bit more. Yeah, so they do need tidying up a little bit, but like I said, we're going to have to do this area again anyway because those shadow shields are a little bit stickier than they should be. So I'm going to go touch up that little bit and then we will get on to the lips and then the special stencily fish scales in a second. So I shall see you all in a few moments. Okay, so and we're back. Off cam I just basically tied it up under the eyes. Haven't sealed it yet because we'll be doing that in a little while. One thing that I forgot whilst I was off cam was the brows and basically the highlight underneath the brows. So we're going to do that first before we move on to lips and stencil. So I need, where's my pretty brush gone? I've now got the Morphe 124 and we're going to go in with a ring light because I do like that. It's a very nice highlight for the brow bone area. And yes, I'm doing the highlight before I've actually done the brows, but that's going to give me a cute, hiccups off camera as well, and they've decided to follow me. A cute guide to follow because they haven't been outlined. So this is going to give us a sort of an outline. So, and with that, and I've noticed with this ring light, because it is a shadow as well, it also helps a little bit tidy up the imperfections that may be there on the colours, which is good. Not that there are any. So same on other side. And it comes in handy that we did the gel first because this is also taking to it. Damn hiccups. Hiccups is a bad thing when you got to be steady. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to use from my brow kit, and I do actually have another one of these in the makeup set, is the Morphe M158, but it's got the cute little angled brush, which you use for your brows anyway. So I'm going to go in with, I'm going to keep this going with the purple theme. So, actually I'm going to go with a little bit of blue. Start off with the blue first. Can't remember which one that was. Because I'm useless. Brother, we'll go with the semi-lighter of the blue ones. Just for the first stage of the brow. Which is brother. Still going to transfer quite dark onto the brow. Getting darker. I'd say probably just the first little pinch. About as big as the tip, really. And this is going to be quite cute because doing it stage by stage, side to side, so that the brush hasn't got too deep of colour on. I have to do both sides at the same time. Whereas usually I do one brow and then to the other one, but hey ho. This is going to be interesting. Damn hiccups, go away. They don't want. I'm going to arch them slightly. I'm going to take the top line slightly further than the bottom. And I usually do it the other way around so that the bottom line is thicker, but we're not doing it that way this time. I'm going to make the top line slightly more, because it follows the way that the hairs will go. So that's what we're doing with it. Okay, what should we do now? I think maybe the pink. Question is, will it work? We can try and find out. If it doesn't, we're going with the purple. Yay, the pink did what I wanted it to. Awesome. Because we are now focusing on the purples and leading up. I'm so glad I'm going to be zooming in a little while. But you can't see it. I can, but you can't. And remember, there's next to nothing left on the brush. Pull that blue into it a little bit, so you get it fading into each other. And that's going to make it just to the tail. Same again, other side. This pink is basically making it just about to where the arch starts. A stubborn little hair there that doesn't want to be coloured. But nothing's perfect, right? And what's one of the things that we all hate when we do makeup? You get the sniffles. Again, next to nothing after brush. Pull the blue into it. So, now in with the love that. I'm going to take that down into the tail. I wonder if I might finish on this one actually. No, I'm not going to. That's going to do about half the tail. I must remember to do it a little bit bigger because that's not the finish of the tail, so I do still need that little bit of a gap. Same on t'other side. But what?
I've decided to take the plunge and buy it.
Purchase of Resident Evil 3. Almost full price, not quite, but almost.
No, full price is 50, I'm paying just under 30.
Ka-ching!
Still saving 20 quid.
There you have it, folks. First-hand information.
Saving 40%.
I swear, her purse is like outright still. It's vicious bastard. No, she's not as cheap, actually. That was the previous ex. Actually, previous ex. So if you're watching, yeah, you know who you are.
What's that?
I said her purse is like outright still. It's a vicious bastard. I said no, actually that was the ex. No, the ex. So if you're watching, you know who you are. Oh, the conversation we've had about you, love.
Oh dear.
None of them positive or interesting. Okay, final colour is... I can't remember. We've only just done it and I still can't remember. Final colour is Escape, which is like a dark bluey purple, as remember, to finish off the tail with. So there you are, one side finished, other side also to be done. We've got a sign from this side. Ooh, that's not a good sign. And so we are. Both brows done. Slightly less gap on that one than there is here, but hey ho, that's because the sister's not twins. So now we can move on to the lips. Yay! And we'll do all the steps, the cute stuff in a moment. But first of all, we are going to seal all that in. So where's my magic powder? There it is. I found it. This is where everything gets covered in white. In fact, I might even be running out of that. Oh no! It's going to somewhat dull what we've just done with the brows, but that's okay. I didn't do this earlier, as you already know, because you didn't see me do it. But I'm only doing it lightly because I've still got colour to add into areas. And highlights and whatnot to be done. But over the brows, because it does diffuse them slightly. And why not over the eye as well? Brush it off. Fabulous. It's not globules on the brush, I'm joking. But I am sniffly. Okay, that bit done. I know we usually do that after the base, but we didn't. And no, Lucian, you are not getting me to sing the song. I wonder if I can get someone else to do it though. Nah, probably not. I haven't done eyeliner or lashes yet, but we're not focusing on that at the moment. We are focusing on more colour. And, I wonder what colour we should do for lips. We're going to try and keep the lips slightly ombre, but I wonder if I've got a blue. I could use vamped up, but I don't really want to. Same one we used last time. Ego! That would work, because then we can darken up and lighten up as well. The inside was a kind of pinky colour, so we can do that. So lips first, purse first. I was going to cheat and do it all with shadows, but we're not going to. But this is going to act as the base, and then I'm going to cheat with shadows afterwards. And I'm actually overdrawing them this time, which is what I don't normally do, but this is dramatic, so we're going dramatic.
You might not hear much off me now.
Okay. Someone has Resident Evil 3, they're going to be silent. I was going to make a joke about Silent Hill there, but it wouldn't work.
Well, I wouldn't have it if it wasn't for you, so thank you.
Oh. That's right, bitch. I earn the money, she bleeds me dry.
You're blending in with your top very well.
Ah, see, she noticed. And she says she's bad at this stuff. See, you got it, folks. Shirt, hair, makeup, all blends.
Complementing colours.
I wouldn't say much complimenting as copying, but yeah, kinda.
I'd say complementing, blues and purples.
Well, that was the aim, and she's just called it. So if you didn't spot that, then you're more colourblind than I am. So we're now going to cheat a little bit and add to those colours with what we already had. Why am I putting the mirror away? I don't know. Actually, no, I don't want the darkest one yet. I want this pink, because inside we're going to keep pretty much the colour that it is. So I want a different brush than that, actually. Just a smidgen on the top, but not a lot. Same on the bottom. There you go. And rather than add anything else to it and make it darker, I'm going to add a wee bit of a sparkle to the ego and the middle and use artistry for this one. It's like a shiny, glittery purple. See? Again on the top. And there's Mr. Stink trying to be star of show by eating biscuits rather noisily. So there, ego for the base, and then the love that, and a little bit of artistry to make it glow. So you can barely see the the ego actually, but I think it complements and darkens it up a little bit because you can see dark and light coming through the hair in a little while. So now I could actually technically leave that there, just tart up. Sorry, I could actually leave that there and just tart up the highlights and stuff around the area. But I've been looking forward to playing with this cute stencil, if I can remember where the hell I put it. I know I brought it with me, and create some interesting, cute patterns for you. So I will go and find that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're back. Inky's just been screaming his head off. Don't try like that. I had hiccups a little while off camera, so basically I did all the finishing touches off camera. Highlight, added the fish scales, ombre lips, and finished the gorgeous hair. So now it has been revealed. Here is the purple look. Everything blends in with the Aqua Marine purple, and as the other half pointed out, also blends in with the shirt. And yes, the pants do match, but I can't be bothered standing up to show you. So the next episode following this hopefully will be with the other half. You just almost knocked yourself out on the table, didn't you? Yeah, I thought so. Sorry, Inky's trying to get attention and jump up and be star of the show before we finish. Come on then. There we go. So Inky's here just in time to say, here's the reveal. Dismiss, that's the title expression for hopefully we'll get the other half looking like a hot emo in the next episode. Woohoo! And a beer sack, here we come. Catch you all on the flip side. Have fun.